Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfucker.
This is Movie Reviews with James and Eric, episode 8. I got Eric back on, and we're going to talk about the movies. Say hello.
I'm here. I'm ready. Right before we started, Jurassic Park, it's back, baby! We're doing more dinosaurs!
We talked about how crazy the last one was. The last 3, actually.
Just unbelievable that they are making more. What? Like, why? Why? And it's with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. It's called, like, Rebirth or something, right? And is it going to, does it, I don't know how much information is out there or if you know or whatever.
It's not going to have Chris Pratt, or it's not going to have any of them back in it.
Okay, but does it still play in the world that those last few movies created, or are they throwing that out and going like this doesn't have anything to do with it?
It's 4 years after Dominion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so that means dinosaurs are just like out and about, like everyone's like living with dinosaurs and shit.
What happened to Dominion? Yeah, they're all living coexisting together, which they didn't really
wow.
show. Which they didn't really show in Dominion because that's what it wasn't. It wasn't about that.
That's crazy, and I think it's written by the guy who helped write the original, right?
Directed by the same people who did the very first one, which is why people are excited for it. They're going back to like how the first and second one were made.
But I don't trust that at all. I don't think that's going to be. I don't
trust that's being made within a year and it's coming out within a year when it normally took.
Hell no!
Yeah.
No, dude. There's no shot. When you were like next year, I would. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think there's any shot that it's coming out at that time. But it's Gareth Edwards, and he made. I think you talked to me about it with the Creator and some other movies that were like, okay, like this is like some like medium good stuff, but also I just don't by the numbers. I don't like Jurassic Park. I rewatched the first Jurassic Park like a week ago. What an awesome movie! What an awesome! It's
one of the movies that
so exciting.
Filmmaking still holds up till the robotics till this day, which is what pissed me off about Jurassic World, is they moved away from the robotics and the scary dinosaurs.
Yep. Yes, and they look so good, and it looked like the pacing of the movie is so fun. Like, everything about it is, like, such a cool, like, what a cool movie. And then they just kept making them, and you're just like, this sucks. Like, don't make these anymore. And then they keep doing it.
Only in there for, like, 20 minutes for the very first movie, the dinosaurs.
Crazy.
Story arc, yeah. And
crazy. Crazy. Damn.
And Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum in that one.
It's great, but then you watch what's like the next one, Lost World or whatever, and it's like, I don't know. Jeff Goldblum plays like he's the same character, but like a totally different character. Like he just acts like a completely different guy. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, because he's lived through the first one, so he's like all sick about it and like up in the you shouldn't do this.
It's just so strange. It's very funny, but like I don't know. What else you been?
I was looking up last night if there's going to be a new Santa Claus series this season.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Are they going to do more? Are they doing more Santa Claus?
I don't know. Last I heard of them, they're still working on it. I don't know if it's coming out this year. But remember when you predicted the Santa Claus 3?
Oh yeah,
it came out. Came out like the next day.
Unbelievable. We have some kind of we're just so prescient.
About on here is predicting that.
So crazy, like unbelievable that happened. But dude, they got to be making it. Tim Allen isn't like up to anything at this point, so why not make another Santa Claus movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And did you hear about Kevin Feige coming back and firing all the woke, quote unquote, woke people behind the Disney movement?
Insane. Jesus Christ. That is the lamest thing I've ever heard.
I find it hilarious.
I heard that Disney and Marvel and stuff are talking to super fans to figure out how to make these movies good again. And I can't think of anyone that I would want to hear from less about how to make a movie good than people who actually enjoy this shit. Like,
we're gonna talk about Venom.
How are we gonna make this next Marvel one so good? Tell me, guy who actually likes this, you fucking psychopath. It's like, I think that's so crazy. Venom, I can't believe how we talked about it last time. We made a pact. We're like, we're gonna watch Venom. We're gonna come back on here, and then we talked about it later, and it's like, I don't want to see that. We both just kind of went, that was funny in the moment, and then went, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to waste $30
exactly.
and a night to go see it.
I thought that was so funny. When you messaged me, you're just like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I'm good with not seeing this. You're so smart. You're so smart.
I was seeing the second trailer reactions, and I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. It's going to be, it just looks brutal.
I heard it's going to be the movie
so
that
bad.
goes off the Sony movieverse and has some characters join our universe. Like Morbius.
Oh, my God. Who cares? It's movies. Make whoever do whatever all the time. It's a movie. You can do whatever you want. It's all pretend. Oh, guys, we got to make this universe make sense. No, you don't. It's Venom. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Guys, we got to figure out how to weave X-Men into this. Just make an X-Men movie. We waited 25 years for Wolverine to be in the blue and yellow suit, and the whole time I watched that Deadpool movie, I went, why didn't they just start? Why did we wait 25 years for this? That's so embarrassing. We have to do it so it makes sense.
That's the things to talk about, because right before we the last time we talked, it wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
What did you think
Yeah.
of Deadpool? Because I loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was so fun. I thought it was such a great, not even so much for like, it felt like a 90s TV show in the amount of jokes that it threw at you. Like, there was a thing in the 90s with like sitcoms where it's like you have to have so many jokes per page on like your script.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, yeah.
Exactly. This felt like that. This was just like joke. And I thought that was great. It was super refreshing to see something that was like trying to be funny instead of just going like, here's some improv humor. Like, this had jokes written and the jokes were at least fun. The action, I thought the action rocked. Every time Wolverine did anything, I was like, oh, I think I love this. This is fucking cool. And then he fights Deadpool, and I'm like, this is everything I ever wanted from this movie. And then, dude, when Wolverine puts the cowl on and everything, that was the point. I just remember it being in the theater thinking, why did it take 25 years for us to get this? Why did it take 25 years for us to get this? That's unbelievable that it took that long for us to get Yellow Suit Wolverine. Not even a huge, like, guys, we got to do it like the comic books, whatever. It's just, it's such his thing and his look. 25 years to get the one thing we wanted, and now it's like, how are we going to weave all this in? Make it! Just make it! Just make the movie however you want. I loved it. Yeah, god damn. It was such a fun send-off to a bunch of movies that they don't want anything to do with, too. It felt like, more than anything, it was like, hey, it felt like a movie made by people who work in the movie industry and know how hard it is to make a movie. And so they went like, look, here's all this stuff that people put like time and effort and thought and energy and care into that everyone's just trying to like sweep under the rug. Like, nobody cares. Oh, yeah, dude, Elektra sucks. Blade, blah, whatever. These are like, wow, we like held them in some sort of like reverence to go like, hey, in order to get here, for some reason it had to go through all of these other steps. We want to say goodbye to all of the things that preceded how we got here. And I thought that was so nice. I thought that was really fantastic. It had a nice send-off.
It definitely had to be Blade, because I was the only one in the theater that shouted out, holy shit.
I thought that rocked. Dude, I thought that was so cool They got Wesley Snipes, and I love the line where he was like, "There's only one blade," and they're like in the middle of trying to remake it. I'm like, "Oh, that was smart." Like, what a clever little throwaway.
Now with Blade coming, you know Blade's gonna be Blade now in that remake.
Nope, hell no, dude. It was really fun. I thought all the Gambit stuff was like really fun. I thought all of Jennifer Garner as Elektra, I thought was like a blast. I had so much fun with that stuff, and it was just like, it ended up just being like a fun movie that cared about being a fun movie more than it cared about being,
I don't know, something for the last 10 years.
Yeah. It felt like a lot of fun to watch. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a blast. Where I didn't think it was going to be that much fun, I loved it. I really, really, really loved it.
So going off of what's not so fun, I've been watching Agatha.
Oh my God! Well, I heard that it's the cheapest show in like the Marvel like universe or whatever that they've ever produced, and it's because there's not like a ton of like CG and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm all for.
Practical.
I just don't know who wanted this or cared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's going like, guys, we got to get an Agatha show. If we don't have this Agatha show, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know that anyone was asking for this.
Plus, it went through like 3 different show title like names before.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. I thought that was so ridiculous. I don't know, man. It was just like, does it feel like is it fun at all, or is it pretty like self-important?
You can definitely tell out of all the cast members, Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn are the ones having the most fun, since they're the main actresses on it.
Yeah. That's, I mean, as long as they're having fun, I guess, because I don't know who asked for this. I don't know who was looking for.
I'm just watching it because there's only like 6 episodes, and they're
exactly. Yeah, make something small and whatever. But of all the characters to do that with, and then they're like, we're going to tie this in. It's like, just pick. You have so many other characters that you can do stuff with.
So many theories about Wong coming back in that one, though. It's a multiversal thing again, so.
It's a movie. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I used to be all about like this franchise stuff, like a long time ago before anyone was doing this stuff. When you had interconnected stories that wove into something, you're like, oh wow, this is like really cool that there are nods in like this universe that exists. Like with like the Kevin Smith stuff in like the 90s, like, oh, Mallrats, this is connected like that, or like Quentin Tarantino and like the way he would make stuff where like, oh, these 2 characters are related. You're like, oh, that's a fun universe thing. It's just become, that's everything now, is like these insane franchises where it's like, guys, how are we going to get this character back? It doesn't matter. Just have them come. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's comic books. Everyone dies and lives and you reboot everything all the time. Doesn't matter. It does not matter at all.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Now, Loki invented variants, so it doesn't matter who dies. Deadpool made that
Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. Nothing matters. None of it matters. Who cares?
What do you think of him coming back as Doom? Since that was also announced after our last recording.
I think that he didn't want to do it. He did not care to do another Marvel movie. He said, I don't know. They're like, we want you to come back. We want you to come back. It doesn't even have to be Iron Man. I think they said, we want you to come back, be Iron Man. And he said, I'm not coming back if I'm Iron Man. We already did that. It's done. I'm not coming back from Iron Man. And then they said, fine, we'll have you play, you can be Dr. Doom. And he went, I'm not, why would I want to do this? And like, we'll pay you anything. And I think they said, we'll pay you anything. And he said, okay, pay me $100 million. And they went, okay. And he went, fuck. Okay. Here I am.
But
I'm Dr. Doom.
Did you hear which variant he's playing? He's playing the variant of Iron Man that turns into Dr. Doom.
Who cares? Who cares? It makes sense.
That's why he didn't want to do
it. It's so... They're going to fumble Fantastic Four again.
Oh,
I think...
Every single one of them, yeah.
This is the most interesting Fantastic Four has ever looked, because at least they're leaning into like a kitschy kind of throwback. The problem with Fantastic Four is that it doesn't know if it's serious or it's silly, because it tries to get too serious, but like the guy is stretchy, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so This feels like it's finding a nice note between serious and silly, where it's kind of like a '60s throwback thing or whatever. But I think they're going to fumble it again, and then they're not going to know what to do with Fantastic Four for like the fourth time, and then I don't know. Also, do you think that it's gonna say like fourth time's a charm? Would like people
at some point in the movie? Well, I think the thing is gonna be like fourth time's the try, buddy.
Boy.
When they're trying to go into space or something, yeah.
Yep. It's just gonna be I don't know.
Montage.
Yeah, it's just like they keep showing like these roadmaps of like here are all the movies we're making, and it's like here's all this stuff I don't care about. We did it. I think making 27 movies and interconnecting them is really special, and that was very cool. You just can't keep doing it.
I think the only ones people are gonna see are like the big Avengers ones, and that's
why. Yeah. That's that. At this point, it's all I'll see. I'm not gonna see another Shang-Chi movie. I'm not gonna see a Wanda thing. I don't care about Doctor Strange. Like, we're all exactly. Here's the thing: if they're in like 4DX, that's a way that it could potentially get me in the theaters. But at the same time, like, I don't care. Like, I just don't. It's not. I don't know. I just don't really have like a ton of interest in seeing any more Marvel stuff. Did you see Trap? The M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Oh, that just came out, and no, it's on my list here to watch.
On your list? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what you think about it. I'm very curious to see what you think about it.
I've heard mixed reviews about that one.
I have mixed reviews about it. I have very mixed reviews about that. Like, I have very mixed reviews about that movie. It's crazy. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I want you to watch it. And I want to know what you think.
M. Night movie, yeah.
You're waiting. You're waiting for something, and you're so confused. And boy, there's so much of that movie that I like, and then dude, there's so much of that movie that I like, and then there's so much of that movie that I fucking hate, like despise. And really curious about what you think. I have like very, very mixed reviews about it. I'm very curious about what you think.
So, and the other one that came out this summer was that Sausage Party TV show. I watched all of that.
Oh, did you really? That's so funny. How crazy. That's hilarious.
I remember messaging you right after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
yep.
Yeah. And each episode I was watching, why did Seth Rogen make this? It's like he made it right after the movie and he couldn't get it greenlit. And then he finally
Crazy.
did. Then he finally did. And
man. That's like
I'm like, who made this? I watched it all in one night. I'm like, why did I watch this all in one night?
Why
I felt like
dude, that's so funny.
I felt physically drained watching, and I haven't felt that way in a while, and I've never went back.
God. Did you see Twisters?
No, I did not see that one either.
It's like the most medium good movie you'll ever see. You're gonna watch it.
I've heard a lot of people describe it that way.
You're going to watch it, and you'll be like, I think I like this, and it'll kind of keep going, and then you'll go, I don't know if I really like this. And then it'll keep going, and you'll go, I think I like this. And then it'll sort of end, and you'll be removed from it, and you'll go, I don't think that was very good. But I know a lot of people who really liked it. I know a lot of people who are like, oh, it was just like a dumb summer blockbuster. And I don't agree with that, because it's not interesting enough to be a dumb summer blockbuster. It's like not nearly interesting enough to be like on that level at all.
Not enough explosions, not up.
Yeah, some stuff happens in that movie that is like supposed to feel really, really big, but it's so inconsequential that it doesn't matter.
Get over it in like a second, and they're like, let's move on.
Yeah, yes, that is, dude. You just described Twisters. That is a movie where something huge happens, and then everyone goes, huh. And then they move on, and then there's more stuff that happens. And you just go, I don't know that I really care about this. I don't know that this is a movie that I'm super, super into. That was kind of a bummer watching that. I didn't really love it. Did you see, and I'm sure you haven't, did you see The Crow?
I haven't seen the first one. Not even the first one.
You don't? Okay, so I want you. Oh boy, is it worth watching Crow from '94 in order to understand Crow from 2024? I think no. But Crow from '94 was a thing at a time where it did not do well in the box office, and then it came out on like video rental, and it crushed. Like it did really, really well, and it really set the stage for stuff like Hot Topic through the '90s. Like that's just sort of what it did.
It's
the Crow
that guy that comes
came
back once every 23 years and kills people, right?
The Crow that came out this year is so bad, it's fucking crazy. It is such a bad. I know you have like your like watching bad movie stuff or whatever. You without knowing anything about it, you should put Crow 2024. Don't watch. You don't even have to watch any of the other ones. I'm saying that right now. Don't even watch any of the other ones. Just watch this one and go, why did they make this? And then go back eventually if you want to watch Crow 1994 and go, oh, I guess this isn't like great, but boy, is that what they were trying to go for in the new one? There are. I don't even give a shit about this isn't even like a spoiler or whatever. It's so much of the movie is the Crow getting his ass kicked in this new one. He just gets his shit beat in over and over and over again. Even when he's like Crow powered, I guess. But there is a fight. There's a fight in like a. Oh, dude, he's just getting beat. Oh, it's so funny. And then there's a fight in this like theater that is so fucking spectacular that you're going like, why isn't the rest of the movie anything like this? This fight rocks in a way where me and my buddy,
was like that.
dude, it really reminded me of something like Equilibrium from like 2007, 2008, or like The One with Jet Li. If this came out in like that time, I think people would talk about it, but it just has one fight where you're going, this fucking rocks. Why isn't the rest of the movie like this? And I can't tell you why. I don't know.
Speaking of unpopular opinions, I've watched my bad movies up to my 300th one now. So
yeah,
I have my holiday ones coming up. I watched Gremlins, both of them for the first time.
Oh my God.
That's
what did you think?
I like the second one more than the first one, which I know is a very unpopular opinion.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Dude, that's nuts. Really? Wow. Wow.
I hated the first one. I hated how long them dicking around with the puppets goes on for too long.
Okay.
But the second one, I kind of enjoyed it more. I watched them back to back. So
yeah, I can understand. What is it about the second one that you enjoyed so much? Is it that it is like a fun kind of like silly space that they're playing in?
Oh yeah, New York. I think it's definitely the New York setting compared to the small town Steven Spielberg-ish setting.
Yes. Yeah. I think.
Plus, they just don't give a fuck in the second one because there's an evil scientist and there's Dracula doing the news.
Yeah, it's like, here's Hulk Hogan, and it's like, why? And they're like, oh, that's something to do.
I forgot about the like 5-minute segment where Hulk Hogan's watching the movie, and he's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yes, it's so bizarre, but I think it's really hard to be like, I think maybe it's not fair to be like, do you like the first one or the second one? Because they are both, they're so different, even though they are both Gremlins movies. Yeah. They're so different, but like they're almost like not comparable, right? I don't know. That's tough, but dude, that's a fun one. Gremlins 2. Gremlins 1 is such a fun like holiday.
The lady Gremlin in it. So.
Dude, that's so funny. Spider Gremlin's crazy. Electric Gremlin's crazy. They just started going like, I don't know, what kind of powers do you have? So cool. Fucking shit.
Who voiced was one of the scientists in that one, which is even fucking crazier when you think of it.
So weird.
Why is he here? Why are there two fat twin scientists? Why is Dracula just doing the news around the Gremlins like, hey, I'm here in the middle, and it was the middle of the night too, and he was dressed like Dracula.
Oh man.
No reason.
Oh man.
And it wasn't
that's
Halloween,
so funny.
It was Christmas time again.
Dude, what else have you been watching?
That was pretty much it. My bad movies and.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, school. I've been in school pretty much taking up most of my time, and I just.
Yeah.
So.
I definitely hear that, man. I definitely understand
I
that.
Jackpot, that also came out.
Oh really?
That what you call it? John Cena movie, Jackpot.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
I thought it was great. I like him better than the main actress in that Aquafina.
Oh,
so
yeah.
named after the water.
Yeah. It definitely, like, it's a fun premise that I feel like a few different people did at, like, the same time. There's another movie that came out that has a very, like, similar premise of, like, there's a lottery thing, and if you kill this person, you get all this money, but if you, like, survive, you get to keep it or whatever. I'm trying to think of what it was called.
I think I've heard that premise too. I think
yeah,
it's based off of this one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a super crazy, premise or anything, but it's like it definitely feels like there was something else that came out recently that was like, yeah, it's like the same thing, and it's like, oh, okay, that's weird. That's kind of crazy, but okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's easy premise, I guess.
This summer, the Interview with the Vampire, the second season ended. I thought that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have friends who are watching that and everything, and they tell me all about it.
The second season is way better than the first, and season 3.
Is it really?
Season 3 is going to be about the stat stories.
Oh, is that interesting? The Lestat part of it?
I mean, I liked what they did. Like, season 1, you can pretty much skip because that's just like a remake of the movie. Season 2 is where they add on really to the movies and the books.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I really have to say. Like, season 2, I really, really like. It's like some of the best TV I've seen in years, actually.
Wow, that's really interesting.
For like acting wise, yeah. And season 3, yeah, because I read the books in high school. It's been a minute, but
makes sense, yeah.
And because of the Hayden Christensen one, which they have to compare to the Lestat, Queen of the Damned.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't do any worse than for this Lestat.
You are, you're right. You're definitely right. That's funny. Trying to think if there's anything else that I've been into or watching. I really haven't.
Nothing really interesting since we last talked, really.
No. It's, and that's why we made this Venom pact that we're not going to hold firm to because we don't want to see Venom.
Which I find
is there any... Oh, God, it's going to be bad. Is there anything that's coming out that you're pretty... Oh, that Joker movie came out. I heard that's really bad.
Shit. I heard it's got like 30% or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah. It's,
And I heard it's just a full-on musical.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But, like... We knew that, didn't we? I thought we all knew.
Lady Gaga. I think we discussed that at one point. Like, because Lady Gaga did it, like, what'd you expect?
Yeah, I really thought that, like, I thought we all knew that it was going to be a musical, and that was it. Like, I just don't know. It feels like it caught people by surprise.
Pitched as Joker, but the musical, or something like
that?
Yes,
I thought it was. Like, the whole time that I saw that, I thought that's what it was supposed to be. What did you think of did you see the trailer for Thunderbolts?
No.
It's like...
Thunderbolts? Yeah, the new the one not Captain America. I saw Captain America's trailer too. Right?
Yeah, it feels like it's like their Suicide Squad kind of thing. Like Marvel Suicide Squad?
Like Avengers or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. It's, that looks like it could be. It might be fun. They gotta stop putting Wyatt Russell in the full helmet, mask, ugly Captain America thing. That looks... He is such a... He's a guy that, like... He's Kurt Russell's kid. He's a very handsome guy. He's a movie actor with a big head. They put this mask on him, and it is the dorkiest thing in the world. It looks...
They say it looks like the grandpa from Up with the
Dude, it does! It looks so bad! Like, they must have looked at this and gone like, well, what were we thinking? Because then if you look at, what's the other guy? David Harbour?
If you recall, half the time in the TV show, he didn't have the mask on.
But all of the promotional stuff for Thunderbolts has him in that fucking thing, and it looks... But then you see him with, like, David Harbour is also wearing, like, a mask or whatever.
Yeah.
He looks way better. Way better. I think it's the chin thing. I think you're right. I think it's this.
Alcoholic Captain America too, by the way.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, he's like, that's fun. I don't know that it's going to be a great show. I don't anticipate it being a great show. I think it'll, because it's a show. Is it a movie? Is it a show? It's a show. Oh wait, no, is it a movie?
A movie, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, that's more. I guess that's more interesting than if it was a show, because it just feels like it would go on way too long.
6 hours, it's gonna be like.
Right? Yeah. At least get it to 2.5. But God, it would be great as like a 2. You just don't have to explain all these characters. We've seen them all.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
I think the movie's going for like we were just talking about, for like fans who have been going since.
Yeah.
The original like 20 movies. Yeah.
Yeah. It just do this, and it seems like it'll be fun enough, and that's all I really need, and that's fine. Like, if you can make it 100 minutes instead of 130 minutes or whatever, that would be great. But
I was just thinking one more thing. I've been watching Ozark on Netflix. Finally.
Oh wow! Oh, what do you, dude? I've heard nothing but positive stuff about that show.
Oh, I'm just started the final season, and it's great. It's just like people describe it, as it's like the next thing to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's definitely it's sort of the first show that I remember of like prestige TV where people would be like, dude, Ozarks is like crazy good. You got to check it out, and it's on like season 2 or 3 or whatever, and I would go, what's Ozarks?
It was crazy. That was the same for me. It was always on like season 2 or season 3, and people were always like jumping in around that point.
Yes, yeah, and then it's like, oh, okay, and now it's over, and people really recommend it. It might be one that I check out eventually, maybe. Who knows?
And then other than that, I'm watching the new Lord of the Rings, and that's it.
Oh yeah. Was the budget for that $1 billion again, or did they?
Like per episode or something like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, so crazy, dude. So crazy. That's unreal. I can't believe that.
Either. Like, just like I like it.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
Does it just feel like Lord of the Rings? Like you're just spending time in Lord of the Rings?
Pretty much, and it's going on.
Yep.
They're making the rings now, actually, for like the rings for the dwarves, the rings for the
men,
the
cool.
rings for the elves.
Oh, that's cool.
That. Yeah.
That's neat. That's cool. Well, that's good, man. Right on. Damn.
But yeah, I guess we went through our list today.
I can't believe it. Like, again, it just flies every time, dude. This rocks. Thanks for having me on again. This was
yeah, no
dude,
problem.
this is fun. Now, next time, dude, absolutely. Next time, who knows? Maybe we will have watched Venom.
Or at least I will, probably.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit more likely. If I have to be on more planes, I might watch Venom. We'll see.
So anything you want to, final words you want to say, anything you want to promote?
No way, man. Go back and listen to old episodes of this. Weird. This is what, episode 8? Go back and listen to the first 7 with us.
Yeah.
This is great. Hell yeah. All right, cool, man. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.
Shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.